my name is Rob Ribby, and I'm director here at Honey Rock, and I'm excited to talk to you about Advanced Camp. Advanced Camp is one of the most unique and powerful programs at Honey Rock, and it is at a critical time for young people between junior high and high school, and helping to equip and prepare them to manage that significant transition. It's a 3-week program that has a wilderness trip, some significant in-camp experiences around our activity areas and Bible studies, and then thirdly has a significant service component. The whole goal of the program is to prepare them and help them understand who they are and how they can stand for Christ and live in healthy and whole ways as they enter the significant years of high school. I think it is one of the best investments you can make at this important time in their lives. We hope to see you next summer. God bless.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the culmination of the Lee Fun Classic here at Wheaton College. We're in King Arena. My name's Abram Erickson, alongside Owen Phoenix, and we're bringing you to the championship game of the Lee Fun Classic, as I mentioned. Now, just earlier today, the women's Thunder team getting the win over Hanover, 81-72 victory. They took home the Beth Baker Classic today, winning the championship. So the Thunder trying to finish off the sweep of the Lee Fun Classic, but they're going to come up against a tough UW-Oshkosh team, Owen.
You're absolutely right, Abram. They're coming in tonight playing the number 2 team in the country in UW-Oshkosh. Wheaton had a great game last night, but they're going to have their work cut out for them. UW last year set multiple program records on their way to becoming the number 2 team in the country, losing in the national title game against Nebraska Wesleyan last year. This team is filled with great players. They're returning all but 4 of them. The players you're going to want to look out for are Jack Flynn and Ben Boots. Those are 2 great players. Ben Boots coming in as a preseason All-American. He's someone who's going to be dangerous, and their defense is really going to need to focus on him tonight.
And Owen, as you mentioned, a team that finished second, losing in the finals of the NCAA tournament last year for Division III, also ranked this preseason as the number 2 team in Division III. So they're looking out to come and have a big season. They're 1-0 on the year. They won last night against Piedmont. That was their first actual game. They had an exhibition game earlier against the University of Wisconsin. So this team has already faced off against some Division I talent.
Yeah, that's not something you want to see if you're the Thunder. They've played some difficult competition, and I watched a little bit of that game last night, and they handled it really well. So it's going to be a good game tonight.
And we'll now send it down to our public address announcer, Tim Martin, for the playing of the national anthem and the player introductions.
And now the starting lineups. First for the visitors from Oshkosh. At one guard, a 6'1 senior out of Kimberly, number 2, Ben Boots. The other guard's a 6'3 junior out of New Franken, number 3, David Velotho. A third guard's a 6'4 senior out of Rosendale, number 4, Brett Wichow. At forward, we have a 6'8 junior out of Marshfield, number 15, Adam Fravert. And at center, a 6'8 junior out of Appleton, number 44, Jack Flynn. The Titans are coached by Matt Lewis, who's assisted by Casey Korn, Greg Yankee, Ben Stelzer, and Dylan Wirtz. And now, Wheaton College fans, on your feet, the starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder. At one guard, a 6'1 senior out of Tyler, Texas, number 1, Aston Francis. The other guard's a 6'4 senior out of Medina, Ohio, number 10, Luke Peters. At forward, a 6'6 senior out of Flint, Texas, number 5, Trevor Gunter. The other forward, a 6'5 senior out of Maitland, number 33, Kobe Eichelberger. And at center for the Thunder, a 6'8 junior out of Chicago, number 25, Anajuan Spencer. Wheaton College is coached by Mike Schauer, who's assisted by JP John Tanner, Joel Smith, and Zach Quam.
And we'd like to welcome you back courtside here as we're about to begin tonight's game. Again, between the Wheaton College Thunder and the UW-Oshkosh Titans. Gonna be a tight game tonight. Hey, I'm Abram Erickson alongside Owen Phoenix. If you are just joining us, two teams coming in. Neither of them have a loss. UW-Oshkosh getting their first win last night over Piedmont. So far the Thunder 2-0, beating Co-College yesterday, and then also going against Ripon and finishing over Ripon in their first game of the season. So excited for this at tip-off. And Owen, not only is this a really skilled Oshkosh team, this is a big team as well. All the starters on the team above 6 foot. Boots is 6'1", Vloso 6'3", Wichow 6'4", and then 2 6'8" players in Fravert and Flynn. And the tip does go to Oshkosh here. Over outside on the wing. Up top now to Boots. Boots down to Vlotho. They're looking to get it to the post early. That's Jack Flynn. He's guarded by Gunter. Skip pass and is turned over. Luke Peters with the steal. Peters want to get on fast break. Streaking up the sideline. Right-handed layup. No good. Tipped out of bounds by the Titans. It'll stay with the Thunder.
Yeah, Abram, going back to that height disadvantage. This team is so big, but Wheaton does a great job of getting steals and getting turnovers in space, and that's what they're going to need to do to manage that. You mentioned Jack Flynn, 6'8", 240. Wheaton doesn't actually have that kind of weight to put up against him in terms of raw talent. We do have player 42, Gavin Hawkins, 214.
We saw Aston Francis miss his first three-point attempt, and now quickly slashing to the basket, Adam Fravert with the right-handed layup for the first bucket of the game.
So the weight and size disadvantage is going to be an issue, but we are a fast team, and we're going to use that to our disadvantage tonight.
Inside pass to Gunter. Nice job by Francis to find him, but he's tied up down low. It's taken away by Vlotho. Up the sideline, Boots. Boots to his right. Kicks out to Vlotho, and now it's Wichow. Wichow pulls the three-pointer off the rim, and we're going to have a foul called underneath the basket. It's going to stay here. Looks like that one's on Anajuan Spencer. See it on the replay here. Shot goes up. No, they're not going to get Spencer. They're going to get Kobe Eichelberger. Inbounds play from the baseline here for the Titans. Goes back to Wichow, and now he feeds it down low again to Flynn. Flynn working against Gunter. Francis wants to double team. Hook shot, good.
Jack Flynn so dangerous in the post, averaging 12.8 points last year. He's going to be dangerous the entire game.
Francis, quick pull, and it's good. Good to see Aston Francis hit an early three-pointer here.
Not what we've seen so far this season, but it's nice to shake things up.
Francis scoring 26 points in both of the Thunder's previous games, but in neither game did he shoot well in the first half. So if the Thunder can get him going early, going to be a big factor in this game. Hook shot by his off this time. Flynn missing. Peters bringing it down the court, decides to pull it back out. And now Eichelberger drives in, right hand, good finish. And already the crowd here in King Arena is electric.
It's not hard when the game starts off hot for the Thunder.
Boots taking his first shot of the night. It's off the rim.
This season they've been starting cold and heating up in the second half. When there's a team this good, you're going to have to stay hot the whole game.
Francis puts in the floater, but he's called for the travel before he released the shot. And the first turnover for the Thunder. Got that right foot down before the ball came out. Up top now. Going to Vlotho on the left wing. Working through Flynn once again. Gunter. Now Francis double teams. Gets over and gets the steal. Nice defensive play. Looking ahead, he has Peters in front of him. Decides to cross over. Beautiful move into the lane. Finishes with the left hand.
And the crowd loves that.
Thunder take an early 7-4 lead. Boots kicks out, and now up top it's Fravor. Wichow's guarded by Francis. Fadeaway jumper, Boots. In and out. Good fight for the rebound by Spencer. Gunter's the one that comes up with it. Peters streaking down the court once again. Eichelberger's in the corner with Spencer with the ball. Step back three-pointer. He fires and he hits it. Anajuan Spencer with a nice three-pointer early.
That's not a move we've seen much from him, but if he can keep that up tonight, Wheaton is going to stand a chance.
Now a three-pointer from the other side. This time Wichow off the front of the rim. Rebounded off Vlotho. It's going back to the Thunder. First substitution of the game going to come now. Number 14 entering, that's Tommy Borda coming in for UW-Oshkosh, as well as 30, Eric Peterson.
Wheaton is playing pesky tonight. They're getting their hands in the right places. They're keeping their eyes open and getting in front of that ball when they need to. 2
steals already for the Thunder. And the Thunder had a great defensive effort last night as well. Some really good players, especially McDermott, who was a player for Co-College last night. Luke Peters was matched up on him all night, able to hold him to 9 points, which was well below his average. Luke Peters now matched up on Ben Boots, the leading scorer for Oshkosh. So we'll see if Peters can keep up that good defense. Shot by Francis is off the side of the rim.
You're going to see that throughout the season. Peters being Wheaton's best defender, he is always going to be on the other team's best guard.
Back up top. Into the corner, it's Fravor. He's guarded by Gunter now. Wichow, reverse layup, no good. Rebound, tipped out, Eichelberger. Now he streaks up the sideline. Spin move, kicks out to Peters. He's going to drive. Working inside, hook shot, off the front of the rim. Rebound, Fravor. Pushing it up the floor, Wichow now, guarded by Francis. Little hesitation move, kicks it back out. Three-point shot is up and it's good. That's 30. Eric Peterson for his first bucket.
UW-Oshkosh, a great team and a team that travels well. That three-pointer elicited a large cheer from the audience over behind their bang.
Now Francis inside, hop step move, kicks out to Peters. Peters attempts a three-pointer. High arcing shot is off the rim. And an over the back call is going to go against Anajuan Spencer. Peterson did a nice job boxing him out there. Spencer reached over, called for the foul.
Abram, you just saw a miracle. Luke Peters does not shoot threes. He has not shot threes for the past 3 years, and he most likely will not shoot them this season. He's not a three-point shooter. He prefers to drive, but every once in a while he will have enough space where he'll be able to launch one up.
He was close on that one. Off the rim, but definitely wasn't a big miss. So we'll see if Oshkosh leaves him open here, if he's going to want to take some of those. Ball's going to stay with Oshkosh down low here. Foul is going to be called on Aliath, who's checked in. Kate Aliath, the sophomore, has got a lot of playing time so far. Gavin Hawkins, another sophomore that just checked in the game. Running floater, no good. Rebound Hawkins. Out quickly to Peters. Pass ahead is tipped away, and it's going to be picked up by Peterson. Turnover, Thunder. Boots going back and almost rose up and shot that. Borda bringing inside the lane, number 20. No good. Connor Duax. Peter sees the lane, goes in, and is fouled on the shot.
Great job by Peters seeing the lane there and just accelerating past his defenders. You can see it right here. They leave him open, and by the time they figure out what's going on, it's too late. They get in front of them, but their feet are still moving, and they get the foul.
Looks like they're going to call it on the floor, though. It won't be a shooting foul. Namie Adam checking in for the Thunder. Another sophomore who's earned a lot of playing time. Francis for three, and he hits. 13-7, Wheaton lead. 14 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first half.
6 minutes in the game. Francis already with 8 points tonight.
Out to Wichow. He drives in. Left hand, wants to go up against Aliath. Right-handed hook is good. Peters and Francis, the two remaining starters in the game for the Thunder.
And here's that three-guard lineup that Coach Shower's been going to so often this season with Peters, Adam, and Francis.
And Peters, let's see, a referee rules that Peters dribbled it off his foot. It'll go back to the Oshkosh Titans. Let's see it here. And the fans don't necessarily like that call. Tough to tell on the replay, but the ball will be with the Titans. Couple more substitutions. Number 11, Sam Ebersol coming in. He'll bring it up now as he replaces Boots. Two high ball screens up top. The Thunder got a lot of work against the pick and roll last night. Co-running the pick and roll almost solely as their offense, but there's a foul now down low. It's going to be on Hawkins. You can see he got his arm wrapped around the back, around his waist. Flynn is such a big, strong, physical player. All of the Wheaton bigs are going to have a tough time defending him tonight. They're going to have to be physical, give up some fouls. And this one's going to be called on Flynn. They'll get Flynn on a push-off here. Goes up.
I think it's that hook right there, keeping Hawkins from being able to get up and get that ball. That's what Hawkins is going to need to do. Playing against someone as talented as Flynn, you're just going to have to push him around until he makes mistakes. See if they can get him into foul trouble, get him out of the game early.
And that would be important. A big thing for the Thunder. Adam bringing it up the court. Aliath now. Adam guarded tight by Ebersol. Eichelberger slashing to the hoop. Right hand blocked. Fravor with the block, and now in the open floor. It's Ebersol driving. Kick out and now into the corner. Back up top, Borka with the open three. Off the front of the rim. Aston Francis with the rebound, brings it down. Dribbling up top, he's guarded by Peterson. Ball almost tipped away. Gunter able to control it. And now a pass outside. Adam is picked off. Connor Duax. Cross-court pass. Fravor with Aliath on him. Back up top to Peterson. Swung all the way around to Ebersol. And he'll pull the three-pointer. Short. High off the rim. Long rebound to Eichelberger. Namie Adam. Up the court. Eichelberger on the left wing. Now Gunter up top. Francis coming off the screen. Looked like he wanted to shoot it there. He faces up and then he does. Long and it hits the shot clock. Goes out of bounds. Oh, and we're seeing a pace tonight that we did not see in the first half against Coe College last night. These teams want to run.
You're absolutely right. Both these teams know where their bread is buttered. They both have great offensive rebounders in their bigs down low, but they also both have great three-point shooters. Wheaton having Aston Francis, but UW-Oshkosh having Wichita, leading his conference last year with 49.1% from the arc. Having those inside and outside weapons, keeping the pace fast. You get open, you get space, and they're going to score.
11 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in this first half. Wheaton with a lead, 13-9. Both teams on a little bit of a scoring drought here. Oshkosh hasn't scored in the last 2 minutes. For the Thunder, it's about 2.5. Layup missed, rebounded Borka. Shot clock winding down. He's going to have to pull a shot. Short, and there's a foul on Borka as he goes over the back of Gunter. Really good position from Gunter there. You see coming off the screen, Gunter works hard to get to the block, find his man, put a body on him, and then use that position. Borka just reaches over his back for the foul.
And that's how Wheaton's going to find success. Not having the physical presence, but just outsmarting their opponents. That's what Wheaton does really well, and that's how Coach Schauer coaches his teams to winning seasons.
Gunner on the outside, guarded by Vlotho. Spencer Peterson is checked in the game, number 35 for the Thunder. Adam running off a high screen. Eichelberger, nice jab step, working inside. Adam blows past his defender, little floater, and that was good.
Right over the hand of his defenders there. And Peterson has not picked a better time to come back to the Thunder basketball team. He doesn't have the greatest height on the team, but he does have that physicality. Playing the football team, he is thick and he is strong, and that's going to be important in guarding the bigs of UW-Oshkosh.
Foul on the inside. Fravert with a drive, left-handed into the lane. Got fouled by Gunter. Missed the shot. He'll be shooting 2 at the free throw line. Anajo and Spencer checking in, as well as Gavin Hawkins, bringing in some more size for the Thunder, as well as Jack Flynn for Oshkosh.
And I think you're going to see that more throughout this game. Hawkins is going to be the primary defender on Flynn. He's going to come in and come out with him. Good call by Coach Schauer, putting that size in there. And Spencer being a great rim protector. Number 25 knows.
Eichelberger's shot off the side of the rim.
He knows driving to the hoop, and he's got a great eye for just getting his hand in the right place without fouling, and that's going to be important.
Back cut by Fravert. Offensive foul. Let's see it on the replay here. Nice backdoor cut by Fravert. Gavin Hawkins does a great job of stepping over, staying straight up, earns the charge call.
Hawkins not getting a lot of playing time so far this season, but the minutes he's had this game, he's been so valuable. What are you seeing today that he's improved from yesterday?
Well, you talked about a rim protector, and what they're going to need is just a big physical body. They need someone to put on Flynn, someone that's a solid defensive player, and now he pulls the shot. Missing there. But we've also seen that Hawkins can shoot. Made a three-pointer in the first opening game against Ripon, so not only a defensive threat, but also an offensive one. Travel called against Wichita. We've now eclipsed the 10-minute mark. The Thunder still holding on to a 4-point lead. It's 15-11. Not a real high-scoring first part of this half.
UW-Oshkosh thanking their lucky stars. Wheaton's had some trouble scoring recently.
Francis kicks out to Spencer. He shoots off the rim, and now Peters going hard for the rebound, not able to hold on to it. Boots up the floor. Three-point attempt, Fravert off the rim. Rebounded Wichita, and now Vlotho will try one of his own. Rebound, Titans. And you see Hawkins working hard against Flynn down low. Working to front him there. Rebound, try. Offensive foul. Again coming against Flynn.
Hawkins has done such a great job of getting in his way. Flynn, you can see him right here trying to push off. Just gets an arm in there, shoves him off. Hawkins isn't outbodying him. He's just annoying him into fouling, making mistakes.
And that's his second. You talked about it, Owen. How big would it be for the Thunder to get him into foul trouble early? He's got 2 in the first 11 minutes of this game.
And you can see it on Flynn's face as he sits back down in the bench. He is so frustrated.
Eichelberger up top. The Thunder back on offense. Francis, high arcing shot from the elbow, no good. Rebound to Fravert. Out to Wichow, who's guarded by Francis. Now Fravert's the one in the post, guarded by Spencer. Looking to back him down here. Hook shot, elevates off the back of the rim. Spencer with a nice rebound. Luke Peters finding Eichelberger on the right wing. He's guarded by Fravert. Hawkins up top. Francis looking for Peters inside. He wants the matchup against Boots. Kick out to Hawkins. Shot clock at 10. Francis driving in. Nice pass. Eichelberger saves it. Now throws it away. Spencer, the only man back on defense, and he blocks. Without. Back out to Boots. Boots' three-pointer is good. Nice block by Spencer, but it results in a three-pointer for the Titans, bringing the score to 15-14 and the Thunder lead to 1.
Spencer has greatly improved his shot blocking.
Now Spencer hits a jumper of his own.
Spencer has greatly improved his all-around game this season. Getting his hand on the ball a lot more often, getting those blocks without fouling, and improving his jump shot. He's unlocked a new level, and it's going to be huge for this team.
Borda guarded by Hawkins. He goes up. His shot is off the backboard. Rebounded Spencer. Luke Peters content to slow it down a little bit. We've got 5 men at the scoring table. Looking like a big group of substitutes about to come in at the next dead ball. Francis. Nice inside pass. Peters gets position, finishes with the right hand. And now a timeout for UW-Oshkosh as the Thunder move their lead to 5. They're up 19-14 with 7 minutes to go.
Is it possible this team was underrated coming into this season? They're coming in unranked. No one talking about them, but they're coming in and playing their hearts out every night.
Yeah, I think what's been really apparent during this game is just the effort. They come out knowing that Oshkosh is a good team, and they came out early, and you talked about them being pesky, Owen. They got out here and they scrapped, and they came out big, and they came out fast. Francis hitting a couple jumpers, a couple steals early. That momentum has still carried them out, and although they've had a little trouble scoring kind of in the second half of this period, they haven't made as many of their shots. They've been able to hang on to this lead by their sheer hustle.
You're absolutely right. And having these guards especially, they've been doing a great job of guarding some of their best players. Talking about Ben Boots, Ben Wichow, Adam Fravert, these players coming in so dangerous. But Gavin Hawkins being my favorite player so far, just being an absolute monster down in the low post against the bigs of UW-Oshkosh.
Play resumes. Boots up top, guarded by Peters. He drives in, has stopped at the elbow. Kicked back out. And Borda a handoff, and now a three from Boots. Off the rim and rebounded Francis. Nice screen by Kate Elliott. Oh, and they're going to call it a foul. Not sure I agree with that one. Let's take a look at the replay.
His feet look set. Kate Elliott knowing what he's doing.
Maybe they got him with a little bit of a shuffle there at the end.
A little bit.
But that's a tough call. Elliott checking out with his second foul.
That was a devastating screen. A UW-Oshkosh player not seeing it coming, just getting absolutely rocked.
Fravert's up top. Duex guarded by Adam. Peters still sticking on Boots. Nice help side defense by Francis. Almost losing the ball is Fravert. Now Peterson's up top. 5 on the shot clock. He works inside. Spin move. Finishes with the right hand. Little floater off the spin. Nice move. Brings the lead to 3.
That was an impressive combo, I will admit, down in the low post.
Francis now the one that's down low in the post. He's against Peterson. Fadeaway jumper's good. Boots wants to bring it right up the court. Back to Peterson. He drives in. Kick out to Duax, and now Boots is in the corner. Tries to go past Peters, but Peterson is right there, and bad pass. Turnover going back to the Thunder. You see the help side defense by Spencer Peterson. Just gets over, cuts off that lane, forces Boots to throw a pass across the baseline, a pass you never want to have to make, and it bounces on the line out of bounds.
And Luke Peters fired up as he should be. He's shutting down their best player and one of the best players in the country right now.
Boots with only 3 points. The one three-pointer that he hit. Francis pulling from three. He's fouled. Shot doesn't drop, but he'll be heading to the line for three.
Francis doing a great job here, getting open and then just rising up. His defender making the mistake, not keeping his eyes on his defender, but turning and looking if it went in, just runs into him. That's a pretty costly mistake for them.
Francis, an 82% free throw shooter last year. He's at the line for the first of three. Misses the first. With 5 minutes and 25 seconds, the Thunder lead is still 5. 21-16.
Francis, the first player in the game to double digits. 5:25 left in the game. 11 points.
As he hits the second. This ties for the Thunder's largest lead of the game, up to 6, just showing you how close this one has been so far.
Wheaton really winning this game through their defense right now. Having a little bit of trouble scoring, getting a little cold, but that defense giving them so many opportunities.
Francis hits the third, and 2 for 3 from the line. Gets a 7-point lead. Backdoor pass, inside, reverse layup. Witchow finishes. Adam up the court. He checked out Peters, who's getting his first rest of the game. Eichelberger looking to drive inside. Shot is up, and what an acrobatic play by Kobe Eichelberger.
Great job along the baseline there, just getting inside of his defender.
And they're going to get Adam with a hand check there. Witchow trying to go to his left. Adam not quite getting his feet over in time. And we see Luke Peters at the scorer's table. He's checking right back in. Here he comes. He's taking out Adam. Tommy Borda enters, replacing Brian Willman of the Titans.
Luke Peters, such an energetic player. He's been in this whole game playing on just the top level of his energy and showing no signs of slowing down.
First free throw, good. You already see Oshkosh is in the bonus early. Not something you really like to see from the Thunder. I'm going to call off this shot. Bring in Gavin Hawkins, who will replace Spencer Peterson. Overall, Oshkosh is 73% free throw shooting team from last year, so they're good from the line. Thunder are not going to want to foul them if at all possible, but they're already in the bonus.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that goes just being second-ranked team in the country. You don't get that far without having solid fundamentals.
Hawkins, the three is good. Lead is up to 8. Favor up top. Peters is on Witchow this time. Hawkins stepping over to help out. Hawkins is guarding Bordeaux with Flynn out of the game, still with 2 fouls. Driving inside, ball almost tipped out. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Fravor from the corner for 3. He hits and it's good.
He was left wide open there.
Defensive breakdown as Borda got into the lane. Defenders collapsed. Hawkins for another. Foot on the line. Long 2, no good. Rebound almost out to Eichelberger, but after a couple tips, it's Ebersol. Big block by Gavin Hawkins. Connor Duax. His layup swatted into the stands.
Gavin Hawkins is a force of nature tonight.
Rising up, great anticipation. Tipping that one into the stands. Underneath the basket, inbound play for the Titans. Throw it up high. to Fravor, guarded by Spencer. Spencer hits him with the body on the shot. It'll be 2 shots here.
Gavin Hawkins, only 7 minutes tonight, but recording 3 points, a rebound, and a block. But there's a lot of statistics that aren't showing up. Playing amazing defense, getting Flynn to foul. He's been huge tonight for the Thunder.
As Fravor hits the first. Melanie Adam quickly checks in for Spencer, as Spencer picked up his second foul here against Fravor.
Adam gonna be matched up on Connor Doe.
And the second free throw is good. Peters back in the game, guarded by Vlotho. Francis pulling a quick three-pointer. It's good. Hand down, man down. We talked about it last night. Vlotho just not ready for that one, and he pulled it.
Water player's gonna learn Francis is always gonna burn you.
Hawkins not happy about that foul. He thought he stayed straight up. But Vlotho with the up and under move, drawing the foul.
Yeah, let's see it right here. Does Hawkins have forward moment? Right when he's landing. He does a great job, Vlotho, just getting body on his way down.
Hits the first. Elioff back in the game. He replaces Hawkins. Hawkins now has 2 fouls. Vlotho, the second of 2, and he hits that as well. The Thunder lead now trimmed to 4 with 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Adam on his sideline. Boots is guarding Francis, and now you see he's got his hand up the whole time. Nice pass. Peters fouled. Vlotho wanted the tie-up, thought it was a jump ball, but referee calls a foul. This is a really good pass by Aston Francis. Luke Peters just puts the ball down, and immediately Vlotho able to get his hands on it. Foul, though, as the Thunder now enter the bonus. Luke Peters will be shooting a 1-and-1. First one is good. Luke Peters' 3rd point of the game. He had a good game last night, scoring 12. Also playing really good defense on the other team's best guard, as we mentioned. Hits the second.
This team has come out so strong this year. Players who are struggling a little bit in areas last year are just making sure they're progressed in the offseason. I guess the things they were good at, they've just gotten better.
Boots' fadeaway jumper is off. Adam going up, and it's tipped on the way up. Good block by Fravor. All open, Doe. Inside now. Wichow, the finger roll.
That was some great ball movement by Oshkosh there. Driving and popping out.
Francis down low against Boots. Up and under move. He's fouled. Aston Francis heading back to the free throw line. He's 2 for 3 on the night. He sells the fake here. Really gets Boots up in the air. Not quite able to finish, but he's fouled on the way. 2 shots.
Francis having a great night tonight. Leading the game in points. Coming up 2.5 minutes left in this half. 16 points. He's been on fire tonight, shooting 3 from 6 from 3. Obviously, he's fixed whatever issue he's been having recently. Usually starting cold, but tonight he's being so effective, so efficient on his scoring.
2 for 2 from the line. Thunder lead back at 6. Fravor in the high post. Turning in face. Dribble handoff to Boots. And now back to Fravor, who's guarded by Eichelberger. Eichelberger down low. Fravor working. Spin move. Gets to the bucket. Luke Peters, as we get underneath 2 minutes, passing to Adam on the left wing. Now Francis going up and shooting there. That was short. Out on this side. Vlotho for 3. Off the front of the rim. Eichelberger with the rebound, and now it's 4 on 2. Eichelberger going to take it himself, going up, misses. Rebound, Oshkosh. Joe heading up, going for the dunk, and he's blocked by Luke Peters from behind, and now turns and hits the and one.
Great defensive move by Peters there, cracking this down.
But then you see Aliyev just coming in and getting the foul, hitting him across the arm.
Great move by Duax there, just getting around, keeping the play going.
Aliyev, that's his third foul already in the first half. Spencer Peterson's going to check in for him here.
That's going to be dangerous moving forward. Watch for Oshkosh to target him in the post, get him even closer to foul trouble, even getting him to foul out. That's going to be a hit to Wheaton. He's such a huge player off the bench for them.
He missed the free throw. Kobe Eichelberger boxing out for the rebound, got fouled by Vlotho. So they'll be heading back down to the other side and shooting a couple more free throws. Eichelberger will be at the line for the 1-and-1.
I like the grit I'm seeing out of this team. It's what's kept them ahead, 2-point lead, minute 27 left in the game. That grit, those little moves, just that extra effort in small areas is really what's keeping them ahead right now.
First of the 1-and-1 goes down, earning a second shot and moving our score 36-33. Eichelberger hits both. Thunder lead right back up to 4. Minute and 25 on the clock. Fravert again in the high post. Hand off to Boots. He works inside, trying to back down on Peters. Fravert with a deep 3. Rebound, Francis. Driving, crossover, inside hop step, swatted away by Fravert. Ebersol now out on the fast break. Pass outside. And now a foul is going to be called against Kobe Eichelberger. You saw Duax going up. Looked like he first wanted to pass to the corner, then at the last second decided to shoot. You can see almost wanted to pass there, put the ball up, and was fouled by Eichelberger.
Looked like he was trying to get it to Wickhow in the corner, but Francis seeing that play and getting in front of it.
But now, we're under a minute now. 57 seconds to go. A chance to bring the lead down to 2.
Looks like Coach Showers is talking to the ref.
Got a little stoppage in play here. They're both down over in the corner. And now it looks like we're heading back to the line. Music turning on in the stadium for a little bit here. But now back to basketball at the line.
Never going to give you up. Wheaton never going to give up the lead.
That's a good one. I like that. First free throw's good. Second off the back of the rim, rebounded Spencer Peterson. A 3-point lead now as the clock ticks down, 50 seconds to go. Out to Francis, guarded by Wichow. Eichelberger there for a screen. Francis wants the isolation. Running jumper. Looks like they're going to be called a foul. I think it's a push-off against Francis. Let's see it here.
Yeah,
Shots to his left. Yeah,
right,
had the forearm out a little bit there. They got him on that, just his first of the game.
Great job by his defender selling it too. That's what you need to do.
10-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Oshkosh driving in now, travel. Didn't keep his pivot foot. Turnover now for the Thunder. Ball going back to the Thunder, excuse me. So shot clock's going to be turned off as there are 28.8 seconds remaining. The Thunder have a chance to hold on to it and finish out the half with the last shot. This time it'll be Francis, the one who brings it up. He dribbles off 10 seconds.
Looks like Francis is going to try to take the shot. None of the Wheaton players moving.
Definitely an isolation play here, and now we're going to see a high ball screen. Peterson up, and it goes to Eichelberger in the corner. He works inside, fouled, and off the rim. That one almost dropped. with 4.4 seconds. Kobe Eichelberger heading back to the line.
It's a great move by Wheaton here, knowing Kobe Eichelberger being such a great slasher. He's so great at getting to the line. If that had dropped, it would have been a great three-point play. Honestly, I would trust a Kobe Eichelberger slashing to get to the line is more effective than a heavily contested three from Francis, as shocking as that sounds.
Well, and everybody thought in the building that the ball was going to go to Francis, so when Eichelberger pump faked in the corner, he flew right by and was able to get to the rim. He missed the first. Here's the second. Hits this one. 4-point lead. 38-34. 4 seconds to go. Ebersol against the Dom. He works. Jumper. No good. Rebound. The tip is no good. They're going to wave it off. They'll wave it off there. Wichow able to elevate, put that one back up while in the air, but the time had expired, and so we'll head into halftime. The Wheaton Thunder with a 4-point lead over the UW-Oshkosh Titans. It's 38-34. A tight one here at King Arena.
That was a close one for Wheaton there. Just barely not getting it off. That was so close. The referee really saving them there, having a 4-point lead at half.
And as we head into halftime, we've already talked so much about how just a physical, hustle, grit type game this has been. The Thunder coming out against Oshkosh, playing hard from the start on the defensive end, playing hard on the boards. If we get a second half like this first half, this is going to be a great game to watch.
I am so excited for that second half. This first half, so much fun. Both teams coming out playing hard, playing well, especially Aston Francis, who so far in this season, we've seen him start so cold. Both games ending with 26 points, but being so inefficient at first. He's coming out efficient tonight, leading the team in scoring and doing just so well. Francis shooting 80% from free throw, 42.9% from three, and 45 overall.
And so, while we send it away for halftime, we'll be back after half for the second half of this one, the championship game of the Lee Fund Classic. Thanks for joining us on WTSN. I'm Abram Erickson alongside Owen Phoenix. 38-34, the Thunder with the lead by 4 as we head into halftime. We'll see you back after half.
I think a lot of today tries to emphasize how much you need to be the individual and how much you need to kind of have your plan set out for you as soon as you reach the end of high school. Vanguard just kind of popped out of nowhere, and the idea of a gap year, spending it in the woods, and I felt like I just needed to take some time away from the kind of rigorous academic world just to kind of recenter myself. I feel like this is probably one of the best decisions I've ever made, was to take a gap year.
For me, going right to college was really kind of a scary thought because I didn't know what I wanted to major in, what I wanted to do. So taking a gap year was a really good chance for me to just grow and mature a little more before going to college.
Once a month we would have professors from Wheaton come up and run a seminar, and those were exploring big questions of faith or big questions that millennials face.
Also, just the Vanguard community itself is really tight, and we became kind of like a family.
I'm very thankful for these people who are willing to push me, but just care for me so deeply, and definitely I think something unique to this place, to Honey Rock, and to Vanguard as a program.
Basically the whole year was one immersion trip, being here in the Northwoods and interacting with the local community here. Another was going to the Dominican Republic.
It was learning and delving deeper into my faith, but without grades and without this pressure that I've always felt to perform. And I think having the opportunity to learn in such an intimate setting has influenced me in a really positive way.
I think what Vanguard does is it helps you to really discover your true potential and help you to kind of define your own calling.
It's a year of your life, yeah, and you might think, oh, this will set me behind all my friends, but it won't. At this stage in life, you're still so young, and there's still so much time to explore the world and to see what you want to study, and you'll have your 4 years of college, but you don't need to rush into that.
The person I am now compared to the person at the beginning is different in a lot of ways, but probably one of the most important ways would just be less anxiety about the future and more of just present-mindedness and openness to what God is doing and what His plan is from here.
Yeah, I definitely think, looking back on it, taking a gap year and doing Vanguard was the best decision of my life.
Christ at the Core is changing the way that we teach and learn on campus. It's the beginning of a 4-year journey, a pilgrimage, and study of the liberal arts in a Christian community.
The first time I heard about the core seminar was in my spring connection of my senior year. So what really stood out to me was what they said that went along the lines of, in order to know your career, you first have to know your identity. And that completely blew my mind, because all the other schools talked about how I could excel in this subject and grow in this career field, but no one asked me who I was. Through the seminar and through my professor, Dr. Keith Johnson, I've learned that being a student is a vocation. It is a calling. The Lord has placed me here and my classmates here for a reason.
The first year seminar is really built around introducing what we mean by Christian liberal arts. And that is not just to study that, but to actually do it. As we read texts, think about great ideas, refine our writing, make arguments, listen respectfully to students that differ from one another.
So homework wasn't a chore. I engaged deeply with the readings because I wanted to come to class with an insight to share and ready to learn from the students around me. It was an exciting opportunity, and I felt valued as an individual with the things that I could share with the classroom as well as learn.
The Christ at the Core and Advanced Integrative Curriculum is important for our students because it gives them an unparalleled opportunity for critical inquiry and to understand how their academic engagement informs their faith, and also how their faith informs their academic engagement.
It's really cool to be in a class that is just combining two very different disciplines, being taught by two different professors, Dr. Townsend, just in the Department of Natural Sciences, and then Dr. Barwigan in Christian Formation and Ministry Department, but then seeing how they interact so beautifully in class and how they really just build on what each other are saying.
Students are getting expert knowledge in two very disparate disciplines, and that they're now having to learn how to integrate this.
Right.
So it teaches them from a liberal arts perspective how to not only take kind of these silos of content and learn it, memorize it for a test, but to see that everything that they're learning contributes to one another.
One of the best things that I've experienced is team teaching and actually having a chance to learn from you.
No, absolutely, that's true. I remember when we had this moment where we were teaching Ursula Le Guin, and I thought, this is perfect, because we've got a literary scholar and a political philosophy person together, and a man and a woman dealing with issues related to gender. And I thought, this is such a great experience for the students to be able to hear us working that out, talking that together.
So one of the outcomes in the first year seminar is to learn how to articulate the gospel. And so we, as a seminar, gathered and went to the basement of the Billy Graham Center and went to the pulpit there and began to practice proclaiming the gospel to each other. It was fun to do it together, to hear each other as we were learning better how to communicate the truth of Jesus Christ.
Part of the seminar experience is that we really build a community over the semester that we are together.
One of my favorite memories from core class was actually not during class, but one night when Dr. Lauber, my core professor, had us over to his house for dinner.
And community really built around that. Having food, having coffee, and having our textbooks in front of us.
This was a really impactful experience because as a freshman first semester, it was so nice to have a night where I could spend time in a home with a family eating dinner. Dr. Lauber really showed that he first cared about us as people and then as students, which made my core experience even more impactful and started off my freshman year really well.
And ultimately, this is what it's about: an education for life, a preparation for a life of service, because Christ truly is at the core of what we're doing here.
Every day, as students attend chapel, meet friends for lunch, or raise their hands in class, they encounter the Wheaton Fund at work, ensuring the excellence of their Wheaton College experience.
Because of the Wheaton Fund. Because of the Wheaton Fund.
Because of the Wheaton Fund.
Because of the Wheaton Fund, Wheaton students receive a Christ-centered liberal arts education, led by world-class faculty, preparing them for a variety of kingdom vocations.
Because of the Wheaton Fund, all Wheaton students can grow in their faith through chapel, small groups, and real-world ministry experiences.
Because of the Wheaton Fund, students can participate in a more holistic Wheaton experience through extracurricular activities such as clubs, athletics, student government, and more.
Because of the Wheaton Fund, students get to live, learn, and play in world-class facilities. Everything from light bulbs illuminating late-night study sessions to lab equipment fueling discovery in Myers Science Center. It is made possible by the Wheaton Fund.
Because of the Wheaton Fund, the total excellence of a Wheaton education is made affordable for all of our students. And that's only possible when family, friends, parents, alumni give generously to the Wheaton Fund. Because of you, lives are being transformed each and every day on this campus. People that will lead society and serve the church in the next generation. Because of the Wheaton Fund.
Because of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in at halftime here to this game between the Wheaton College Thunder and the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh Titans. We're here in a close game at halftime. I'm Abram Erickson here with Owen Phoenix. It's 38-34, Wheaton College with the lead as of now. Really been a close game, a real scrappy, hard-fought game through this first half, and it's shaping up to be a really close one all the way to the end.
Yeah, let's hope so. This game's been so entertaining so far, and everyone in this crowd is hoping for equal entertainment moving forward. Wheaton playing such fun basketball tonight, being so effective on the floor. I really want to focus in on Luke Peters tonight. Luke has been the unsung hero of this team for a long time. His strong defense, putting him up against the number one scorer from the other team every game, night in, night out. He's just so scrappy and he works so hard, and you can see it, and it pays dividends. It has this season, and it has tonight. Ben Boots going 1 for 5, 20% from the field, just being absolutely lifeless out there, and that is all thanks to Luke Peters.
Thunder starting with the ball in the second half. Quickly over to Eichelberger. Gunter's up top. Want to get the ball to Aston Francis early. Top of the key, jumper, long two off the back of the rim. Rebound, Wichow. Interesting thing to note, Jack Flynn back in the game, picked up 2 early fouls. Sat out a majority of the second part of the second half, but he's back in now, guarded by Trevor Gunter. Long three pulled by Wichow, and it's good. Immediately our lead cut to 1.
And that's not surprising, Wichow coming out firing. We talked about in the first half, him being such a great three-point shooter. Pretty silent in the first half, but...
Up and under, and Luke Peters finishes through the contact. Heading to the line to finish off this and one.
And there's that fiery play we see, just putting a body on Ben Boots, getting to the hoop.
Looked like he wasn't actually fouled by Boots. Fouled by Fravert, who reached in. Really just tried to knock the ball away, instead picking up a careless foul. Luke Peters missing the free throw.
Well, Wheaton's never going to say no to some 3 points.
Boots bringing it down the court. He's at the top of the key. Screened by Flynn. Now he charges in and blocked by Trevor Gunter. Rebound Flynn. Top of the key, Fravert heading in, and he'll throw down the two-handed jam in the lane. Looks like he's teed up. I think he's going to get a technical here. I think it's going to be for hanging on the rim. Let's take a look at the replay. He goes in, puts it up, and just a little extra hang there. And they got him for that. Aston Francis will be the designated shooter for the Thunder. 2 shots here. He gets a chance to negate that basket by Fravert. Misses the first. Uncharacteristic of Francis. He's now 4 for 6.
Oshkosh fans not happy about that. Fravert just got a little too excited. Hung on for a second too long, like you said. And in college, that's going to cost you. You can do that kind of thing in the pros. No one's going to stop you, but we're not there yet.
His 3rd foul, so he goes back to the bench. Peters out to Spencer. Duax checked in. Now Aston Francis. Shot blocked. Out ahead to Wichow, but the pass is too high, and it'll be tipped out of bounds. Thunder will get the basketball back.
Thunder getting lucky on that one. Turnover maxed by another one. They get the ball back. No damage done.
Referee's talking about something here. Ball should go back to the Thunder. And as we're talking, this has been trimmed to a 1-point lead. The Thunder now up 40-39, 18 minutes and 46 seconds to play. And as the referee meeting finishes up, it looks like they will give the ball to the Thunder. Eichelberger still there underneath the basket, ready to throw it in. For the Thunder, all the starters on the floor. Same for Oshkosh, except for the exception of Fravert, who went out after that technical. Duax, the one who comes in to replace him.
The intensity on the floor tonight is pretty evident. These teams playing really hard. That technical only going to make things more intense between these two. Oshkosh is now playing angry, and Wheaton's playing against the Titan, literally and figuratively, in this great team.
Aston Francis spin move, hook shot, no good. He's quickly there on defense. Blocking foul called against Francis. He got right up in the grill of Wichow, wanted to get the charge. Feet weren't quite set. Foul called by the referee. Let's take a look at it. He's still sliding over as he tries to get in front.
We've seen that a couple of times tonight. Players need to get their feet set. They need to have the discipline to not move and just trust that their opposing player is just going to run into them and make that move for them.
Boots up top. Now a long three from Wichow. Off the back of the rim, and Spencer able to save it. Nice rebound. Vlotho came in hot. Francis pass over to Peters. Works inside. Nice inside pass. Trevor Gunter finishes with an easy right hand.
Great ball move by Wheaton there. That's what you want to see.
Fravert back in the game now. He checked back in. Now Boots driving down low. Out to Vlotho. Vlotho's three-pointer is no good. Flynn with the rebound over top of Gunter. Fravert will now try one of his own. His is off as well. Luke Peters with the rebound. And we're going to see a foul called. It's at the other end. It's going to be a double foul. Kobe Eichelberger went down. Looks like he got tied up with Vlotho. They both went down. Both did a little trying to step over each other, something like that. They're called with the double foul here.
Yeah, you could see it down there. Fans calling it out. Vlotho just looks like he tries to get an arm around him to get up while Eichelberger stays down. Eichelberger, you can see, he's not happy about it.
Emotions running high here.
Yeah, and they're only going to get higher as this game gets closer to the end. I think we may get our wish of an exciting second half.
Duax now checks in for Vlotho, who steps out after that foul. Eichelberger on the second half of that, he stays in. That was Vlotho's third, so already a couple guys in foul trouble. Fravert with three, Vlotho with three. Spencer the pass to Francis. Francis across court to Gunter. Works inside against Flynn. Puts up a shot off the board. No good. Tipped in by Spencer. He flew high above the rim to tip that in with his left hand.
That vertical and those long arms working overtime tonight.
Wichow inside. No good there. Acrobatic shot. No good. Now Francis with a pump fake. Gets past Duax inside the lane. High floater just off the front of the rim. Spencer there to clean up the glass and put it in. Timeout. UW-Oshkosh, and this place is going crazy. King Arena excited. Everybody on their feet.
That's what you want to see. Wheaton is a great home court for these guys. You can see it right here. Spencer timing that perfectly and getting it that putback. He has been great in the second half so far.
The Thunder opening out to a 6-0 run here early in the second half. You saw Oshkosh bring it within one at one point, but since then on a 6-0 run, and now they're back up by 7, 46-39 with 17 minutes and 10 seconds to go. And if you're the coach of Oshkosh, you've got to call a timeout there. And that was Matt Lewis. He had no choice. After emotions started running high, he had a guy pick up a technical, then a double foul. That just puts more life into the arena. All of a sudden, the Thunder come back down and score a couple more times. He just had to call a timeout to stop the bleeding. We'll see if when they come out, they're going to be able to put an end to this. But as the student section here just gets louder and louder, the Thunder are really going to have an advantage playing in this home court tonight.
Well, you want Spencer helping them out, getting everyone up on their feet, getting the volume loud. That's what you want to do. This game has been great so far, and this just goes back to that pesky defense that we were talking about earlier with the Thunder. Just getting Oshkosh to get themselves into trouble without actually getting any fouls on our side. They're doing a great job of getting their hands in the right places, annoying Oshkosh to the point where they just can't help a foul.
Oshkosh bringing it up the court with 17 minutes to go. Boots is guarded by Peters. Boots still with only 3 points. Wichow, the three-point try. It's good. Peters now the one to bring it up the court. And you can see Coach Matt Lewis down on the Oshkosh sideline just trying to get his bench into this game. Aston Francis kicks it out. Eichelberger, his three is good. Picks it up and answers it. Fravert now down the sideline, wants to push, gets inside. Foul, it's on Spencer on the drive of Fravert. And that's Menajuan Spencer. He picks up another foul, that's his third. You see it here after the crossover, he just bumps him Runs into him there before he got the pass off. Foul underneath the basket.
You mentioned Coach Matt Lewis for UW-Oshkosh. This is actually his first year as head coach, being the assistant coach for a while, and their 3 consecutive NCAA tournament appearances.
Wichow hits another 3. He's heated up here in the second half. Now leading the team in scoring. He's got 17 for the Titans. Peterson in the corner, working against Duax. Eichelberger up top, coming off a 3-pointer of his own. Peters works inside, gets it out to Eichelberger. Pump fake. Drives in. Oh, shot blocked by Fravert. He didn't go for the fake that time. Duax against Peterson, tries to get inside. Rises up, off the board, no good. Gets his own rebound and puts it back in.
Wheaton has to keep that intensity on the boards. If they keep getting these second chance points, it's going to be a runaway game for UW-Oshkosh.
Francis up top almost took a real deep 3 and had a step back, long 2. No good. Rebound, Duax. Titans want to run. In the corner, Wichow now down low. Flynn there. And a foul called. Spencer Peterson, he jumped early. The call came late, but Flynn finished with ease. See it here, wide open Flynn. Peterson goes up, and then the foul comes.
And there's the danger of Flynn. He's a senior, he's experienced, and he's got that body. Mind and body working as one. He's just gonna overpower his defenders.
And now a tie ball game has a chance to give Oshkosh a lead. Makes the free throw. This is UW-Oshkosh. Their first lead since there were 18 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the first half. They were up 4-0. That was the last time they led. They lead now by 1.
You talked about bleeding points. If we can't get anything going soon, expect a timeout from Coach Schauer.
Adam from outside, no good. Spencer Peterson in there, diving on the floor, picking it up, and they're going to be awarded a timeout. And so that timeout does come that you talked about, Owen. And it came after a nice hustle by Spencer Peterson. He got on the floor. Not sure exactly who called the timeout. Might have been Luke Peters. But a smart play. Wheaton will keep possession now.
Whoever did call that timeout, you're absolutely right. A great play. That might have been a jump ball coming soon. But great move by Spencer Peterson there to just get on the floor, get the ball away, wrestle it away with that strength we talk about. I predicted the timeout, not quite how I saw it coming, but it came anyway.
15 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Only 4 minutes gone. And already we've seen 2 lead changes. Now it's Oshkosh that is on top, 50-49. And you can see the Thunder already with 4 fouls in this second half, and that's going to be dangerous. We've talked about how good of a free throw shooting team Oshkosh is. 3 more fouls, and they're in the bonus. You definitely don't want the Thunder to pick up a few careless fouls here and have Oshkosh shooting for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to see that. And experienced players are starting to get into foul trouble too. Trevor Gunter has 3. Francis, Olajuwon, and Alioth all have 2. That's going to be trouble moving forward. This team's experience there. This team is very good. Talking about UW-Oshkosh, they know how to target players. That's going to be huge moving forward. Hawkins, I believe, also has 2 fouls. So it's going to be an issue moving forward. I've seen this team get into deep foul trouble before where they have multiple players with 4, 3 fouls. They've been able to get out of it. Let's hope they can do it again tonight, though. There's his inexperience as the head coach. Moving a little bit too far forward. He was an assistant coach, so he hasn't been the one walking around the court much. But he has that experience, and you're going to get called for it.
Matt Lewis was almost past the half-court line there. Wasn't called for any foul, but Aston Francis, nice pump fake. Inside, pass off to Spencer Peterson. Beautiful pass, no good on the layup. And now another careless foul, this time against Hawkins.
This game is slipping away from them, Abram. They're going to need to get it back together.
Hawkins picking it up there. I didn't see it. I thought they maybe could have got him on the over and back. But after that, it looks pretty clean. Either way, he picks up his 3rd. And as soon as Hawkins checks out, Flynn checks in.
It's a chest smack of big men tonight. Yeah, that foul is something interesting. It looked to me like he scooped it out clean, but then maybe he got a hand in. It's a hard angle for us to see from here, but I guess the ref saw something we didn't.
Nice hedge on the screen by Gunter. Gunter's going to be the one on Flynn now. They enter it into the post. Shot short. Nice job by Gunter staying straight up. Francis now up top, guarded by Wichow. Gets inside. Kick out to Peterson. The ball goes right back to Francis. He's hit and fouled as he shoots the three. Wichow picking up another foul, although it's only his first.
One of the most dangerous weapons Francis has. You can see it right here. It's his mind. He saw him coming. He saw that momentum, and he was able to turn around and jump in time to get that contact. Francis is so talented. He's so smart on the court.
Francis with 3 more free throws here. He's 4 for 6 on the night. Misses the first. This is the 3rd time he's missed the front end. Uncharacteristic for Francis.
You're absolutely right. Let's see if he can get the second one in, tie the game, and then maybe put Wheaton up by 1.
The Thunder are scoreless for the last 2 minutes. It's an 8-0 run for Oshkosh. Now he hits the second, breaking the run in the scoreless streak.
And is back tied. That has to feel good for Wheaton. Getting down, it's always stressful, especially when you're playing a team this well. You always want to try to keep a lead, keep it tied.
Francis hits the second, regains the lead for the Thunder. 51-50 with 14 and 45 to go. Boots up top, Adam on Wichow. We see they're going to want to go through Flynn. Gunter's there. Right-handed hook, out again. We've seen Flynn go to his right side all night. Gunter, a nice job playing that side. Now Francis works inside the lane. The layup is good. Lead back up to 3.
And Francis up above 20. 5 points away from his average for the season. 21 points.
Boots drives in the lane and it's swatted away by Peters.
Peters fired up. That's what you want to see.
Boots thought he was finally going to get past Peters. Going to be able to put in his second bucket of the game. Not able to. Here you see Francis on the other end. He put some English on that ball. Hit the right side of the rim and spun it back to the left. Ball back out to Boots. Favorite on the other side, guarded by Peterson. Wants to back him down. Shot clock winding down. Turnaround jumper. No good. Rebound Wichow. Now he's all alone from 3 and he shoots. Rimmed out. Rebound Duax. Fouled going up. Another foul for the Thunder.
Looks like it may have been on Trevor Gunter. That will be personal foul number 4 for him, putting him in danger of fouling out.
Yep, that's on Gunter. He was there. Just tried to get a hand up. Blocked the shot of Duax. Wasn't able to do so. Got him across the arm. Missed the free throw, though.
And personal foul number 4 marks Gavin Hawkins coming back in.
Hawkins back in. He has 3 fouls of his own. Duax, the second shot. That one's good. 53-51, 2-point lead for the Thunder. Peterson, Peters, Francis, Adam, and Hawkins on the floor for the Thunder. Now we see Francis down low. He wants the ball in the post. Shot is up, and it's good. He hits the fall-away 3 from deep in the corner. Ebersol guarded him there, had no chance as he fell away. Off-balance shot goes in. Ebersol now with the ball in his own corner, working against Adam. Duax working against Francis. Dump down pass to Flynn. Easy left-handed. Bucket.
And that's 3-4 for 10 from Francis, shooting 40%. 7 for 18 from the field, but 6 from 9 from 3, doing great job scoring tonight.
Adam off of a screen. Now Peters drives in. He's working against Engersald. Left-handed finish. Silky smooth. He just used his strength to back down Ebersol and then laid it up with the left hand. Ebersol now drives in against Peters. Boots with the long 3. It's an air ball, and it's off of Flynn. Here it is. Peters working inside. Nice job. Little hip fake. Up with the left hand.
Peters is such a talented scorer from inside. Great pairing with Francis, who is just unbelievable from behind the arc. And then having another guard in a Dom and a forward in Eichelberger, being able to slash to the hoop as well. Play it all. It's so important to this team, and it's so great to watch. And that's 26, matching his season high.
Francis just blows by Ebersol. And now a timeout going to be awarded to Coach Matt Lewis. The Thunder are back on top by 7.
Wheaton is playing out of their minds tonight. That's what you love to see. 12-11 left in the second half. And Aston Francis has already maxed his season high so far through 3 games, averaging 26 points, 26 a night. 12 minutes left. I cannot believe Francis would go quiet from the floor now. I expect we're going to see a new season high from him tonight.
Yeah, Francis really been important. He's been able to hit some outside shots, but another thing that's been great for the Thunder is just the way they've worked inside. They're going to have to really be careful with how they do it here as the minutes tick down, because Gunter's got 4 fouls, Spencer's got 3, Aliath has 3, and Hawkins has 3. All of their big guys getting close to foul trouble. We may see Coach Schauer just really try to be careful with what he does. If we see a couple guys foul out, we're probably going to see maybe some freshmen and sophomores get in this game. We got Thomas Lipscomb as a freshman. He hasn't seen any time yet. He's 6'9", so he's got some height. Blake Foley, another freshman, 6'8". It may come down to it if they're going to need to come in the game to go up against some of these bigs, specifically Jack Flynn.
You're absolutely right. Hopefully they can get through enough of this game. They've had a rotating cast right now of Peterson, Spencer, Hawkins. If they can just get them a few minutes each, they can get through this game without them all fouling out. The odds of at least 1 or 2 fouling out, I'm thinking, are pretty high, but we'll find out.
Peterson, you're right, the only big not in foul trouble. He only has 1. Witchout guarded tightly by Adam here. Works inside. Good defense. Hawkins tips the ball to Adam, who gets the rebound. Peters going to run the floor. Finds Adam outside, and now it's Spencer. Eichelberger. Aston Francis taking a seat, getting a little breather. Adam, ball tipped away by Duax. He was about to round the corner, and he was free all the way to the basket. Ball tipped out, though.
Yeah, and Aston Francis deserves a breather, a quick timeout for him.
He's played 26 minutes in this one. Adam, nice right hand, no good. Fravert, out on the wing, goes back up to Boots. Facing up against Spencer. Fravert, spin move, and a nice hook shot off the glass. Spins it in to bring the lead down to 5.
Fravert keeping them in it with 15 points. He's playing pretty well tonight. He's one of the big returning players for this team, averaging 12.3 last season. Already above his season average.
Connor Duax picking up a foul. That's a reach in, and he's all over Spencer here. Dribbles to his right and just gets all arm. Adam to throw in. Peters is down on the block against Witchow. Looks like he wants the ball. Luke Peters has been so good in the post, just using those matchups to get down low. Hawkins, little 3-point action off the rim. Witchow with the rebound. Over to Fravert. He's guarded by Eichelberger. Trying to work inside. Pass tipped away by Hawkins, and he's alone. Spin move inside, and he finishes on the right side of the rim. Spun from left back to right, and a scoop layup is good.
Eichelberger with some sauce tonight.
Duax working on the baseline. Now a kick out to Boots. Boots gets inside, has to kick it back out. Duax inside, and that ball tipped away by Adam. It'll stay with the Titans. Trevor Gunter entering back in the game. He'll take Gavin Hawkins, and then Francis coming in for a dom. We see Flynn come off the court and Duax. The two new players for the Titans are Tommy Borda and then number 3, David Vlotho. Boots has to send it all the way out to Vlotho at half court. Only 8 seconds on the shot clock. Boots is up top. He's going to want to take this one. Instead, passes it off to Borda. 3-point attempt, no good. Air ball. Peters bringing it across the court. Looks to drive in, out to Gunter. Bobbles it, but able to keep it inbound. Francis wants a screen, calling for Gunter to give it to him. Gets around Borda. Now Aston Francis puts up a 3 off the side. Tipped up by Gunter, rebounded Fravert. Borda on the other side.
Francis trying to put it into a double-digit lead, still leading by 7, like they've done so much of this game. Let's see if Wheaton can break it open coming up. 9:30 left in the game.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, and 7's kind of been that magic number that the Thunder have hovered around. Their largest lead was actually 8 at one point. With 5 minutes to go in the first, they took an 8-point lead. But there's been a lot of times when they've been up by 7, not able to head into double digits. Francis passes out to Peters, and now he's got an open look at the basket as he turned. And that ball is off of Oshkosh. Miscommunication between Boots and Vlotho. Peters gets inside here, gets kind of spun around. Doesn't have the chance to keep it in, but both Vlotho and Boots trying to keep their hands off it, although it went off Vlotho last. Flynn checking back in, so is Duax. Thunder ball underneath their basket.
Looks like Gunter is going to get the matchup with Flynn moving forward. I don't see any activity on the Wheaton bank.
Francis wanted the ball in the corner. Eichelberger driving inside left hand. He's called for the travel. And you can see that one there. Pivot foot had a little bit of a slip out, and he's called as he spins. Boots coming up the court. He's been held to 3 points tonight.
3 points, 26 minutes.
Jack Flynn, their other big man, only 7. Wichow off on his three-pointer. Duax reaches up and gets the rebound, although he's tied up immediately by Francis. Possession arrow in favor of the Titans, so they'll retain possession. Nice job by Spencer to get his hands in there quickly without fouling as soon as Duax brought it down underneath the basket.
Wheaton playing conservative, making sure they don't get into more foul trouble, but they're doing it so well, making sure they just play solid team defense.
We're down underneath 10 minutes with about 8.5 to go. Still a 7-point lead. Wichow in the paint. Goes up. No good. Rebound Spencer. Luke Peters slowing it down a little bit. It's been an up-tempo game all night long. Francis a deep 3. Off the rim. Peters vying for the rebound. He goes to Wichow instead. Boots. Francis came up, almost got the steal. Now Boots will opt to take a long 3. No good. Rebound by Flynn up top, and a foul is going to be called on Anajuan Spencer. That's really costly. He got his hand up in there, thought he had ball. We'll see him here come off. Flynn just holds the ball up high. Spencer tries to get his hand in there, picks up his 4th foul, and it's the first one that puts the Titans in the bonus. Flynn heading to the line for a 1-and-1.
Gunter and Spencer both with 4. Luckily, Peterson still only has 1. Hawkins having 3. But Flynn,
no good.
Flynn not the worst person to foul.
And now a foul on Kobe Eichelberger.
And that is going to be costly.
So you get Flynn. Let's see. He's got another 1-and-1. Actually, I think it was just a lane violation, not a foul on Eichelberger. But he gets to redo the front end of the free throw here. Misses the second as well. And so the Thunder escape, though we got 2 chances at the 1-and-1 there.
That's big for Wheaton. That's big for Wheaton. Every point is going to count moving forward.
Francis driving to the right. Stops on a dime and puts it in off the board. Looked like you're almost going to see a little full court pressure there from Luke Peters. Instead, he comes off, and now he's guarding Boots down below. Duax guarded by Dom. Vlotho blows right past Francis. Gunter goes up. Nice job to stay straight up. No foul. And UW-Oshkosh is scoreless in their last 4 minutes. They've gone into a drought, and the Thunder have taken advantage.
This crowd's heating up.
Francis now on Duax. Just a spot-up jumper. It's short. Foul going to be on Vlotho. Luke Peters was right on him. Vlotho just turned, pushed him over. Let's see it. He tried to get a box out, and he just goes a little too hard. Hits him up top. Peters does a nice job.
Peters has just been so annoying for UW-Oshkosh tonight. Getting in their hair, just getting deep in their grill non-stop. Oh, you can feel the tensions between these players tonight. It is intense out on the floor.
And now the Thunder will have it on their side, right in front of the bench. Adam going out to Peters. He'll hold it and let the clock tick below 7 minutes. Adam inside pass to Francis. If he would have held onto it, would have been probably a bucket. Instead, Fravert passing ahead to Duax. Back out to Fravert. Now he's inside, guarded by Peterson. No good. Ball's tipped away. Francis, the first one to get in there. No look pass ahead to Peters. Easy layup. Timeout, Coach Shower.
Oh, and the crowd loves that. Let's see if we can get that replay. Francis driving down. Defenders think he's going to a Dom on the breakaway. Don't see Peters streaking from the other side. That's what you want to see.
And you saw Boots right there. Boots was on Peters. He had the chance to elevate, and he just didn't. He let Peters go up untouched, finished with the right hand, gave the Thunder their first double-digit lead of the night. They're now up 66-55, 11-point lead with 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go.
The first, they finally broke it into double-digit lead. I don't know if Boots got 2 personal fouls, so I don't know if he's worried about foul trouble moving forward. Or what I think is more likely, Luke Peters, I think, has just owned it mentally tonight. I think he's just kind of broke it down right now. Shooting, 3 points on 28 minutes, 11% from the field. 1 for 9, his only points coming from a single three-pointer, 1 assist, no rebounds, a steal, 2 fouls. Peters has just walked him up and down the court, and I just think Boots is just a bit beaten.
That's been such a story. 2 big players, Ben Boots and Jack Flynn, neither of them breaking double digits, combining for only 10 points. Last game, Flynn had 20 of his own. Tonight, Boots and Flynn combined for 10 so far. Still a lot of game left with over 6 minutes. And we've seen this lead swing back and forth so quickly. Can foresee anything happening in these last couple minutes. Duax up top, goes in. Gunter careful not to foul, but allows the layup. And the lead cut back down to 9. Peterson in for the Thunder. Francis, now a short corner jump shot is good.
And for the first time this season, Aston Francis has gotten up to 30 points.
Over to Fravert. Fravert's guarded by Peterson. Also on the floor for the Thunder, Adam, Francis, and Gunter. Fravert open for the 3. He takes it short. Duax came flying in for the rebound. After it was tipped, Adam got a hand on it, and then it rolled to Gunter, who was able to pick it up. Thunder slowing it down. Time is on this side of the Thunder right now. If they can avoid fouling, if they can keep this clock running, that's going to be so important. Step back, Aston Francis, and he just hits it. He's got the ball on the string tonight.
That has got to be demoralizing. Oh, Francis is hyped up, slamming the floor, just gets a steal. Knocks the ball out, ends the play. Francis is all over the place tonight.
And the Thunder are just so energized. The entire bench on their feet, all the Thunder fans on their feet. They've got a lead, 14 points now. Good hedge right there by Gunter.
71 points, very respectable final time score.
Boots pass inside to Duax, and Gunter fouls, allows the and one. And that's going to be Trevor Gunter's 5th foul. He's going to have to go take a seat. Duax just cut. Francis got lost. Gunter had no choice but to get up. Didn't affect the shot enough. And so with the foul, that's his 5th. Duax makes the free throw. Gavin Hawkins will enter for Trevor Gunter. You know, Gunter only finished with 2 points, but he was 1 for 2 from the field. The biggest place where he stepped up tonight was on the defensive end. And though he was in foul trouble for a little bit here, especially at the end, he just was a body on Flynn. And he didn't step down from the challenge. Flynn's got a lot of size on him and got a lot of weight, but Gunter stepped right in there, and he's part of the reason that Flynn's only got 7.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Gunter really playing up in size, but just doing, like you said, a great job getting a hand in the right place,
Francis blows by and doesn't hit on the layup.
Gunter just getting where he needs to be, playing great defense.
Boots, wide open free. This time it's no good. Travel. Fravert picked up the rebound in the paint and travels. He's not happy about it. Menaggio and Spencer checking in the game for Hawkins. And now you see Spencer and Hawkins, kind of the 2 remaining bigs. Both of them just kind of switching in and out here, both with 4 fouls. Excuse me, Spencer with 4, Hawkins with 3.
Yeah, and that's what you're probably going to see, getting in and out, just trying to keep one of them safe. But they do luckily have that reassurance of Peterson. Not playing a lot of minutes, but having the ability to put him out there if they need him.
Peters had a nice cut off the screen. Aston Francis's pass didn't quite hit him. Turnover. 4 minutes to go, 11-point lead. Boots up top. Outside to Duax. And now the Titans just looking a little off on offense here, and now Fravert's 3 is not close. Didn't get a piece of the rim. They look stymied on the offensive end. No real action, no screens, no cuts. Now a foul going against Duax on Adam. And for Duax, that's his 2nd personal. Thunder almost into the bonus now. 6 fouls against them, so the next one will send them to the line.
Wheaton has UW-Oshkosh mentally beat right now. Oshkosh, never want to count them out. They're a great team, and you got to keep playing hard. But right now, like you said, they're not making cuts. They're not taking screens. They're not picking and popping. They have such a lifeless offense right now, and you can see it in the score.
Luke Peters gets the ball into Eichelberger in the corner. And you know, we see Trevor Gunter back in the game. He did not apparently have 5 fouls. Must have only been his 4th. Francis throws up a pass. Gunter receives it. Tipped away. And coming over to the sideline is Boots, not able to save it. Heads into the scorer's table.
Almost took us out.
And now the ball will stay with the Thunder as Boots, wasn't quite able to save it. But yeah, we see Gunter on the floor. We must have been wrong on the fouls there. He's back in now with 4. So Gunter and Spencer both with 4. Hawkins with 3.
I'm sure Wheaton's not going to complain about that. What I really want to focus on is you saw how well we reacted to a quick play there.
Francis up top, drives into the lane. Oh, and a beautiful move, no good. Without hits the 3. He's been deadly tonight. Wichow now 4 for 10. 40% from 3-point. And now the lead has been trimmed, this time to 8. 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in this game. 71-63. Wichow just wide open on the break, and he knocked that down. it's going to be interesting to see what the Thunder are thinking about doing here. They've played so strongly on the defensive end. Part of their game has been getting out into tempo and getting out and getting fast break points. But as we talk, the clock is on their side. It's advantageous for them in any possible way to let the clock keep going. We'll see if they want to slow down here or if they just decide to keep the pedal down and keep going for the fast breaks, choosing points over time. We'll see what they do. If you're Oshkosh, though, you've got to continue to play fast. You've got a deficit to make up here.
Yeah.
Apart from that one time where the Thunder slipped up and let the lead away, the Thunder have been leading all game.
Yeah, it's only 8 points. A couple of threes, and that entire lead is gone. Wheaton's got to be careful. They need to keep scoring. They have the options, but you're right. They want to wind the clock down.
Foul on Francis as he heads to the hoop.
And that's going to be how they're going to do it. Just getting into the paint and getting those fouls, getting those points. You can see it right here. Francis coming in, just getting bumped a little bit, really selling it, making sure that ball flies. The refs see the foul.
Francis at the line. 6 for 9 from the free throw line tonight. And he hits the first this time. Good sign from him.
Back up to a 9-point lead.
Has a chance to put it back into double digits once again. With that foul, the Thunder are also going to be in the bonus. So now either foul coming from both teams, going to send him to the line. He does hit. Lead is now 10. Boots against Peters. High ball screen. Spencer a nice job, as well as Gunter. Gunter down low against Flynn. Wichow up top. Gets past Spencer. Out to Fravert. Fravert for 3. No good. Rebound. Almost came to Flynn. A foul on the floor. This one, I think, is going to be on Gunter. And this is the one that's going to send him to the bench.
Oh, Gunter got his second chance. It still works out for Wheaton. We talked about trying to make sure the time winds down so you still have bigs, making sure they don't foul out. Wheaton just has to be careful right now that the rest of their bigs don't foul out in the next 2:39. Keeping the ball on offense is going to be huge for that. Not letting the UW-Oshkosh, Flynn, 44, we don't want him to keep getting to the line. He hasn't been great from the line tonight.
But historically, he's been pretty good. This one rims out. Historically, 73% shooter from the line last year, but tonight, he's 1 for 3. 2.5 minutes to go. Peters up top. Spencer now. Gets it out to Hawkins. Eichelberger's up top. Francis now dribbles it all the way back to half court. He wants the isolation against Wichow. High ball screen coming from Hawkins. Tries to split 2 defenders. Ball is loose. It goes right out back to Hawkins. And now Francis shoots a deep 3 off the rim. Offensive rebound almost. Peters goes up. Let's see. I think the foul is going to be on Connor Duax.
It looks like it. Peters goes straight up. Duax going right at him.
1-1 for Peters. Chance to move this lead to 11 or 12 with 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go.
And that's personal foul number 3 for Duax. He's going to have to be careful in these next 2 minutes. Has 11 points for the Thunder. For the Titans.
Luke Peters hits the first.
11 point, third most on the team right now. Leading being Wichow.
Luke Peters at the line after he hit the first. Second is short, nowhere close. 74-63, the Thunder lead. Boots bringing it back up the court again. This time the screen comes from Flynn. Ball stripped. Boots hangs onto it and misses the layup. Flynn right back there to grab the rebound and put it in.
I think Peters may have gotten a hand on that first one. The ball looked like it got misdirected a little bit. We can see it right here. Looks like he may have gotten just a finger on it there.
And so now Flynn's at the line. Again, he's 1 for 3 on the night from the free throw line. He's got 9 points after that 2-pointer goes down. Chance to finish off the 3-point play. He does. He'll stay in the game, but number 3, Vlotho, heads out as Sam Ebersol comes back in the game. Now we're going to see a little full court pressure from Oshkosh. Not surprising. The Thunder have handled the press well so far this year. Francis certainly want to get the ball to him, especially if it's going to come down to intentional fouling. Francis is the guy. They want the ball in his hands.
You're absolutely right. Let's see what Wheaton does here to get the ball moving. 14 seconds left on the shot clock.
Francis content to dribble it out, and Wichow content to stay right on him. Now he heads inside. Right-handed shot is good. Timeout, Coach Schauer. And for Oshkosh, I'm surprised that they're letting that go so long. In a time where there's only about 2 minutes left in the game, Wichow standing there allows Francis to dribble out 20 seconds. 20 valuable seconds here at the end of the game. Now, there's not a lot you can do unless you just want to call fire and go and foul. And I don't think Oshkosh wants to get into that early, especially when the ball is in Francis's hands. But if they're just going to let him dribble out the clock, that's what the Thunder are going to do.
You're absolutely right. Kills time, limits turnovers. It looks like as though they were expecting a pass and they were playing such strong defense there, just trying to get in on guys. But by doing so, you let Francis pick up ahead of steam. And when he does that, he's almost impossible to stop. Francis, not the tallest guy on the court, but does he have weight? 6'1", 195. He is thick and he is hard to stop.
So the 5 that'll come out for the Thunder. 4 starters minus Trevor Gunter, who's on the bench with his 5th. So it's Peters, Francis at guard with Eichelberger, Spencer, and Hawkins at the 3 forwards. It's a 10-point lead with a minute and a half to go. We'll see what Oshkosh comes out with. Looks like it's going to be Boots, Wichow, Fravert, Vlotho, and Flynn. They're starting 5.
I'm surprised Boots has stayed on the floor as long as he has. We've talked about 3.33 minutes, and he hasn't necessarily done a lot of playmaking either. But I guess they may just not have a guard, hoping he might get hot at the end of the game.
Wichow here for the 3. Hits another one. That's his 5th. And now a quick timeout. This time called by Oshkosh.
And this is what you're going to see moving forward.
Yeah, it's a designed play. Off the inbound, they wanted to get the ball into Wichow, get a 3. That was probably what they talked about during their timeout. Let's go down, get a 3-pointer, close this lead down to 7, and then we'll call another timeout and go from there. I'm assuming that's what they're doing here. In just a short 9 seconds that went off the clock during that play, the lead cut down now from 10 to 7.
Absolutely right. Lucky for Wheaton, it's still 3 possessions, so they do have a chance to keep this ball. It's not too close, but they're going to have to look out for those steals. Try to limit the turnovers as much as possible moving forward. I guess try to dribble it out. Like we were talking about, we were surprised UW-Oshkosh wasn't intentionally fouling or playing a little bit tougher defense, more aggressive. I think we might start seeing that sooner. If they can get another basket, we're going to see some pretty aggressive defense, just trying their hardest to break this lead down fast.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if Oshkosh didn't come out, and if Wheaton inbounds the ball here successfully, and to see them not foul would be a surprise to me, because with a minute and 24 seconds down by 7, you've got to make something happen.
Peter's a great passer. Let's see what they do here.
Full-on denial. You see Boots back here playing a little safety type at half court. 2 guys up front. Adam splits them, and now ball comes into Spencer. Spencer dribbles. He goes down. And he's down on the floor. Getting up slowly. Ebersol for 3 from the corner. No good. Foul going the other way. Spencer is still down, and the trainers are going to come out on the court. As soon as he went down, he was dribbling, kind of went down to the floor, continued to try to keep his dribble going, but you could tell right away that he was down and that he wasn't going to get back up, and so we'll see. Hoping that he's okay here. It'll give us another stoppage in play. So with a minute and 14 seconds, the Thunder still up 7, 76-69. You saw as soon as they got the ball in, definitely, Oshkosh going hard for the steal. Didn't foul right away, though. Didn't foul Spencer, as now he gets up and comes over to the sideline. Certainly good to see. Very scary after you saw him go down quickly and stay down. But now He's up and walking on his own power.
Yeah, and he's coming out smiling with his typical fashion for Spencer. Even the worst circumstance, most intensity, he always plays with fun. He's always hyping up the crowd. He's a great presence on this floor, and he's a great presence on that team.
The Thunder going back the other way after a foul. It was on Duax. It's his 4th foul of the night, and it'll send Kobe Eichelberger to the line. 1-1. Eichelberger's first free throw, no good. Rebounded Flavor. Boots brings it down, and they're going to want to get the ball to Wichow. Wichow's been so good. He's guarded by Peters there. Three-pointer, no good. Eichelberger hanging onto it, and he didn't quite get his hand on it, but he was fouled as he was going for it, so he'll go back to the line.
Looks like Flynn may have ripped him down right here going for it. Just knocked him off balance, knocked him down. Eichelberger, typically a pretty decent free throw shooter, struggling a little bit this season, but he's on average from last season, 3 for 5 right now, 60%. But with this lead, as close as it is, 7 points, let's see if he can make it here.
Makes the first.
Adds a little insurance for Wheaton.
Now we're into the 10 foul territory, which means every foul is now 2 shots, no longer a 1-1, so we're in the double bonus. Both teams are, so we'll see 2 shots for each foul from here on out. Eichelberger hits both. Clutch free throws. Lead is now 9 with a minute to go. Boots throws up an errant shot. No good. Flynn gets the rebound, puts it right back in. Peters trying to find someone to get the ball into and has to call a timeout. Getting close to a 5-second call. Makes the smart choice, calls a timeout. That was their 3rd timeout, so now they have 2 remaining.
You're absolutely right. Wheaton playing so well tonight, they haven't had to use theirs, and this is the time when they're going to be thankful for that. Getting a 5-second call is going to be so deadly for them. 7 points is not where you want to be. Peters playing so well tonight. I really just want to focus on Peters' defense of Boots. Ben Boots, last season when they got to the championship game, shot 44, 38, 85. Tonight shooting 8.3, 16.7. It has not made it to the line once. He has been shut down, and Wheaton has done so well in help defense and just getting in when he tries to drive, getting hands in from everyone around. But Peters has been absolutely incredible.
He's the one to inbound now. Getting the ball into Aston Francis, and now he's streaking up the sideline. He's fouled before he could send it up. Eichelberger was home free for what I'm sure would have been a thunderous dunk, but instead Aston Francis fouled. Stops the clock with 53 seconds.
We've seen Eichelberger on the break before, and it is always so much fun. He just loves to throw it down. Doesn't get a whole lot of opportunities, but when he does, he makes it count.
Francis at the line. 8 for 11 tonight. Hits the first. The lead is now 8. A couple substitutes coming in. Vlotho steps in for Oshkosh as Duax comes out. Flynn is also in.
Francis at 38 points. We may see him break 40 tonight. That'd be a fun experience. It won't be his first time in his Wheaton career, but you don't typically get a lot of college players who can do that on a regular basis.
And there he hits the second free throw. It's his 39th point of the night, and it brings the lead to 9. Boots now working against Peters. Jumping in the quarter was Francis. Wichow tried to throw up a three-pointer, and you see Flynn and Eichelberger both go down, and the possession arrows in favor of the Thunder. A great time for this to happen for them. Just great fight underneath, an air ball. Eichelberger plays it nicely, getting it down. Flynn tied it up, but the possession arrow in favor of the Thunder. So it'll go back to them. More full court pressure here. We saw them foul early just a minute ago as they fouled Francis. So assuming they'll do the same here. Francis, again, they're going to want to get the ball into him, and they do. He dribbles across, and now he's just tripped in the open court by Sam Ebersol, and I think it looked a little worse than was intended, but he went down hard. See him driving inside, and yeah, just kind of swiping. He got tripped up by Duax and Ebersol at the same time, but either way, he's back down the line, and here it is. Here's his chance to break 40, sitting at 39 right now. More important than those 40 points, though, is that he can extend the lead to double digits.
You're absolutely right. And UW-Oshkosh playing back a little bit, making sure they can get a fast break. But Wheaton camping on their own side. Olajuwon Spencer out in the backcourt dancing. You can tell he's pretty happy about this. 41.6 left, 10-point lead.
Francis now with a chance to hit the second. You see no Thunder players in the lane here. Don't want to risk picking up a foul. Puts that one through. Francis 12 for 29 on the night, 5 for 14 from 3 and 12 for 15 from the line. Boots hits his second three-pointer of the night, and Oshkosh just kind of wasn't ready for the inbound play. Nice job by the Thunder to quickly get it out, get it right back into Francis. So Boots puts it up, gets his second bucket of the night. As soon as the basket went through, Adam had the presence of mind to get it into Francis right away. And so now Francis has a chance to bring the lead back up to 10 if he hits both of these.
That's a great play by Wheaton. Coach Schauer has done such a good job with this team. And the experience these guys have, Francis and Peters, Adam just adding in so smoothly, just fits in perfectly with these guys. He has a great mind out on the court, and it's evident in a play like that. Those little things are what really make the difference between a good team and a great team.
Francis hit the first free throw. Here's his second on the way. It's good too. 33.5 to go, and the Thunder still going to play hard defense. Booth just throwing up a quick one. No good. Francis brings it down. They're going to foul him again. And the Thunder want a clear path foul. What they want is a flagrant. You see them throwing their hands up kind of an X formation. Aston Francis was kind of home free, had no defender in front of him, and so they thought when he was grabbed from behind, that should have been what's called a clear path foul, flagrant. He's not awarded that. Instead, it's just going to be regular personal foul. And that foul was on Vlotho, his fifth of the night, and so he goes out, fouling out with 26.3 seconds to go.
Thunder with some good old-fashioned taunting with the good night, goodbye, good night song.
Francis hits, extends the lead to 11. You may see this as the point where Oshkosh calls off the Dogs in terms of fouling. If he hits this one and now extends the lead to 12, it's at least a 4-possession game with 26 seconds to go. But I'm sure that we're going to see just a hard-fought last couple minutes. Rebound, Flynn off of a ball from Boots. Now Francis brings it down, and they will. They're not going to foul here. And this entire King Arena crowd is up on their feet as the Thunder pull off the upset against the number 2 ranked UW-Oshkosh Titans, here winning the Lee Fund Classic. The time expires. Final score, 86-74. Your Wheaton College Thunder getting the win.
This team is fired up as they should be. This is an upset that I did not see coming this heavily. A 12-point lead at the end of the game. That is unprecedented for a team like UW-Oshkosh. This team coming in with a lot of question marks, having some great players returning: Aston Francis, Luke Peters, Kobe Eichelberger, Olajuwon Spencer, Trevor Gunter, and more. These guys have had such a long time together, and it's been a long time coming. 2015-2016 season being a little rough. Team not doing as well as the program typically has done, but has been building since that. This senior class has done such a great job of setting a standard that's going to keep going. Having juniors, Olajuwon Spencer, great player. And we're going to throw it down to Abram, who's with Coach Schauer down on the court.
Coach, your team with that win over Oshkosh, the Lee Fund champions for tonight. What do you have to say about your team?
Well, I'm just so proud of my guys. Again, it's an emotional night for me. I mean, I just, anything that involves Coach Fund matters to me a lot. And I just love my team. We just fought all week. We talked about unity all week. Talked about love, and trying to just care for each other. And I really felt like we had a chance tonight. I just believe in my guys. And obviously when Aston plays like that, we're hard to beat. But I want to tell you, I thought Luke does so many things nobody sees. And I thought tonight too, Trevor Gunter and Gavin Hawkins did an unbelievable job on their big guy and executed the scouting report perfectly. So, fun night.
Thank you, Coach. The Thunder picking up a big win here over the number 2 ranked UW-Oshkosh. Your final score, 86-74. The Thunder with the win. They'll face off next against Calvin College on Tuesday, November 20th. That'll be their next game, but for now, they're the 2018 Lee Fund Classic champions. We'll see you on Tuesday night. For WTSN, I'm Abram Erickson alongside Owen Phoenix. Thank you and have a great night.
Some special presentations. On the King Arena court, we have Randy and Carrie Fund, Wheaton Hall of Honor inductees, and the sons of legendary Wheaton College men's basketball coach Lee Fund, whom this tournament is named after. At this time, Carrie and Randy will present our awards to the members of our all-tournament team. From Piedmont College, Taylor Mills, he received his award earlier. From Coe College, Nolan Timp, he also received his award earlier. From UW-Oshkosh, we have Brett Wichow. Also from UW-Oshkosh, we have Jack Flynn. From Wheaton College, we have Luke Peters. And the recipient of the Will Landry Memorial MVP Award goes to Aston Francis. And now for our runner-up team trophy, the Titans from UW-Oshkosh. And your championship team for this year's Lee Fund Classic, your very own Wheaton College Thunder. Let's hear it one more time for your Wheaton College Thunder. Thank you to Randy and Carrie Fund as well. Thank you for coming out tonight. The next game for Wheaton College here at King Arena, Tuesday night against Calvin College. We'll see you there.